Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be showing off this wonderful Toshiba Satellite laptop. This laptop is a Pentium 3 system. The model is a 2805 S202. I'm going to look at what's on it. Right on the bat, there's a subwoofer here. Battery is here. Hard disk drive is here. The RAM expansion is here, and then there is a port for the modem and Ethernet. On this side we have two PCM CIA slots. There's a floppy drive, and we have our battery. On the back we have AC, a PS2, two USB slots, the fan, the dial-up modem, Ethernet, VGA, and parallel. On this side we have the DVD-ROM and three audio input jacks and the sound. Up front, nothing. Those are just holes for ventilation for the subwoofer. The laptop does have a bit of wear for being as old as it is. There's a little bit of wear on the trackpad. One feature of this laptop is you can listen to a CD without turning the computer on. So if I flip this switch over to the left, it'll now allow for the operation of the CD-ROM. And if I were to put a music CD in, it will start playing music. Flip it to the side, we'll turn it off. And then the one simple button here powers it on. Windows Millennium Edition is installed. I'm just going to zoom in on the screen here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate the floppy disk drive. So it does read floppies. So if I go back onto the computer, it reads the contents of the floppy drive. And actually this is a simulator. I'll go ahead and load it up. So one thing I like about Windows Me is it does support everything that a Windows 95-98 machine will work. And this is just a simulator, but to help buy and sell cars. That's my air conditioner kicking on if you hear it. Alright. One thing I like about this is you can turn the PC speaker down as demonstrated. So Works with MS-DOS applications really well. Floppy drive works great. CD-ROM also works quite well. So I'm going to pop in a CD down here. This is just a Windows Me installation. So everything works on as far as inputs. One feature I like about Windows Millennium Edition out of the factory is it is compatible with USB flash sticks. So if I pop this into the USB slot, it'll detect it and everything works. Of course, if you pull it out, Windows Me will get mad at you. As I say, you need to safely eject it. That's all native. So that's everything so far on the computer. The next is to go over some of the features and some of the highlights of the power of this laptop. So the Toshiba put in a really awesome sound card on this computer. They put in the Yamaha DS-XG, which supports general MIDI in the synthesizer. And on the computer, if we go into the sound, it says here that we have the Yamaha DS-XG synthesizer set as our default, which is great. It actually sounds really good. So one way to test it out is I do have a video game installed on here, and that is Duke Nukem. So on a Windows Millennium Edition PC, the sound is pretty good. All the sound effects work. And this is the old version of Duke Nukem as well.
Yeah, piece of cake. Nobody steals our chicks and lives. Hail to the king, baby.
So all the sound works great in Windows Me on this computer. And just to highlight some of the sound, and this machine also has bass. There's a button down here for bass. Now it sounds a little cheesier. Now it sounds a little bit more rich for a laptop. So that's one thing I like about the version that's on here is it does support DOS games. It'll support Windows 95, 98, Millennium, and because it's also the 9X system, it'll also support any of the Windows 3.1 applications. So it's a very versatile computer. The computer does support networking, and that is a great thing because with this being a Windows Me computer, it will still interface with any Microsoft Windows network. So this has the Microsoft file and printer sharing. Now This does seem to have little problems going into if I were to try to log into a newer machine. However, if you use the computer name there on your Windows or your Windows 10, 8, 7, XP, it'll work. And you can sit there and create a file, share it, and then give it full access, and then any other machine can log into this computer and support it. So that's built in. The computer does have built-in Ethernet. It's got an Intel ProSet 10100. Works great. It has all the Toshiba software on it. And one thing I didn't touch on is the battery. So it does show it has a 100% charge. And it does work. However, the laptop does not get phenomenal. It'll probably last about 20 to 30 minutes. And the more I do it, the longer it seems to get. And that's just due to old batteries. They need to exercise. It has all sorts of things you can tweak with the Toshiba software.